All right, this is the review for semester 2 for 2022. Um, let's start with the first one here. So it says, find the sum of the interior angles and the measure of each angle for the given regular polygon. So this is a polygon. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sides. So we have 10 sides. It's regular, which means all the sides are the same length and all the angles are the same measure. So we're going to find the sum of the interior angles. That's given by the expression 180 times n minus 2. You remember n minus 2 is the number of triangles you could make. So this is 180 and then 10 minus 2. 10 minus 2 is 8. So 180 times 8 is going to be 1440. So the sum of all these angles, they all add up to 1440. So that is the sum of the angles, 1,440 degrees. And then it also wants each interior angle. So since there's 10 sides, there's also 10 angles here. So we're going to divide by 10. So 1440 divided by 10 is going to give us 144 degrees. So this is a decagon because it has 10 sides. All of the angles, all 10 angles add up to 1440. And each angle is 144. So 144 times 10 gives you your sum. Okay, number 2. It's clear. Go to number 2. Number 2. How many sides does a regular polygon have if the measure of each interior angle is 160? So the equation for each interior angle is 180 times n minus 2, or the expression rather, 180 times n minus 2 over n. Okay, and we're going to say that that is equal to 160 degrees, right? Each interior angle is equal to 160. Multiply both sides by n. So we're going to multiply the left and the right by n. That's going to give us 180 n minus 2 equals 160n. We're going to distribute the 180. So that's going to be 180n minus 360 equals 160n. We're trying to solve for n, which is the number of sides. So we're going to subtract 180n from both sides. And we get negative 360 degrees equals negative 20n. We can divide both sides by negative 20. And it's going to give us n equals, so 20 times 20 is 400, so that's going to be 18. So this polygon would have 18 sides. All right, number 3. What is the measure of each exterior angle of a regular polygon with 72 sides? So 72 sides, that means n is going to equal 72. We're looking for the measure of each exterior angle. So the formula for that is 360 divided by n. So we're going to do 360 divided by 72. Which I believe is 5. Yes, it is. So 5 degrees. Okay, so if a polygon has 72 sides, each exterior angle is going to be 5 degrees. How many sides does a regular polygon have with an exterior angle measure of 60 degrees? So each exterior angle, again, the expression is 360 over n. And in this case, the exterior angle, 360 over n, is going to be equal to 60 degrees, and we're going to solve for n. So we got to get n out of the denominator by multiplying n on both sides of the equation. So we get 360 equals 60n. Then we're going to divide both sides by 60. And we get n equals 6. So there will be 6 sides. on a polygon where the exterior angles are 60. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So each exterior angle here will be 60 degrees. 60 degrees. Right, and so on. 60, 60, and 60. Number 5, find the value of x. So first thing we need to do is find out how much all of these angles add up to. And to do that, we have to count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the sum of the interior angles is equal to 180 times n minus 2. So we have 6 sides, so n is going to be equal to 6. Right, 6 sides means n equals 6. And then we have 180 times 4, which is 720. So we know all of these angles are going to add up to 720. So I'm going to do that here. So I'm going to start with 3x minus 20 and then go clockwise around. So 3x minus 20 plus 3x minus 20 plus 4x plus 3x minus 20 plus 3x minus 20 plus 4x all equals 720. You add them all up and they equal 720. If I combine like terms, we have 3x, 6x, 9x, and 12x, right? So we have 12 x's. We have minus 20, minus 20, minus 20, minus 20. That's minus 80. And then we had the 4x, 4x, so that's another 8x. So that really should be 20x. Right, 3x plus 3x, 6x plus 4x is 10x, 13x, 16x, 20x. Minus 80 equals 720. We just combine like terms there. All right, add 80 to both sides and you end up with 20x equals 800. We added that 80 to both sides and then you divide by 20 and then x should be equal to 40. Right. So x should be equal to 40. If you want to check your answer, you can plug it back in. So 4 times 40 is going to be 160. So those angles are 160. 3 times 40 is 120. So that's 100 minus 20 gives you 100. 100, 100, and 100. That's 400, 500, 660, 720. So we know we got the answer right. Okay, they all add up to 720 degrees. All right, this one, these are exterior angles. We know the sum of the exterior angles always adds up to 360. So we can do 2x minus 24 plus x plus 14 plus x plus 90 equals 360. So this exterior angle here is 90 because these are a linear pair. 180 minus 90 is 90. Combine like terms, we have 4x. We have 24 plus 14, that's negative 10, plus 90 is plus 80. That equals 360. Okay, subtract 80 from both sides. And we get 4x equals 280. And then divide by 4 and we get x equals 70. Okay, that's the value of x. Now we need the measure of each exterior angle. So we know this one's 90. We know this one's 70. And then we can plug in here. 70 plus 14 is going to be 84. And then 2 times 70 is 140 minus 24 is 116. If you add those up, 116, that's 200. 270, 360. Yep, 116 plus 84 plus 70 plus 90 will give you 360. The 3 exterior angles add up to 360. All right, number 7 here. So we're going to find the opposite sides of our parallelogram. So if AB is 13.9, we know opposite sides are congruent. So CD is also 13.9. And then BC is also 16.4, same as AD. All right, if we do the same thing here, except with equations, we know that 4x is going to be equal to 3x plus 5. Opposite sides of parallelograms are congruent. And then we just solve. So here we're going to minus 3x from both sides. And we get x equals 5. And then the other ones, we're going to have y plus 3 equals 2y minus 1. I'm going to subtract y from both sides. I'm going to get 3 equals y minus 1. And then I'm going to add 1 to both sides. And we get 4 equals y. If I want to plug that in, 4 plus 3 is going to give me 7. 2 times 4 is 8, minus 1 is 7, so that looks good. 4 times 5 is 20. 3 times 5, 15, plus 5 gives me 20. So those look like good answers. All right, number 9. W, X, Y, Z is a parallelogram. Find the missing angle. So opposite angles are congruent. So for W here, I'm going to put 112. Okay, opposite angles are congruent. Consecutive angles are supplementary. So I'm going to add them up to 180. So if I do 180 minus 112, that's going to be 68. So angle Z is 68, and then across from it there, angle X is also 68. All right, for number 10, we're going to use the same idea here. I'm going to look at the X's first, though. They are consecutive angles. They're next to each other, right? Same side interior. So they're going to add up to 180. So I'm going to do X plus 5X minus 180 equals 180, right? Because they're supplementary. Consecutive angles are supplementary. So those two angles, C and D, add up to 180. So that is 6x minus 180 equals 180. If I add 180 to both sides, I get 6x equals 360. And then if you divide both sides by 6, I'm going to get x equals 60. Okay, if I plug that back in, I'm going to get 60 here. 5 times 60 minus 180 is going to be 120. Right, so 5 times 60 is 300. 300 minus 180 is 120. Then the other one we can do is the y's. Those are also consecutive angles. So 2y plus 4y is going to equal 180 as well because they're consecutive. So that's 6y equals 180. And you divide both sides by 6, and you get y equals 30. Okay. And if we just want to check it, 2 times 30 is 60, which matches. And then 4 times 30 is 120, which again matches with the opposite angle. All right, number 11. Okay, DEFG is a parallelogram. We're going to find EG and DH. So let's start. We know in a parallelogram, the diagonals bisect each other. So if this is 14, this one across from it is also 14. Right? So then EG, the whole thing would be 14 plus 14, which is 28. We know this whole length here from D to F is 20. So since the diagonals bisect each other, EG is going to split that in half into 10 and 10. So then we know DH is simply 10. Okay, number 12. We're going to do the same thing here. Diagonals bisect each other. So the first one, 2x, is going to equal 2y plus 2. And then the other one is going to be 2y equals x plus 9. So here we have two equations with two variables each, so we need to do elimination or substitution. I'm going to do substitution because I notice I have a 2y here, and I already have 2y solved for. So I'm going to plug in an x plus 9 for 2y. So my equation becomes 2x equals, and instead of 2y, I'm going to put x plus 9 and then plus 2. So I'm replacing the 2y with x plus 9 because 2y is equal to x plus 9. Okay, I'm now going to subtract x from both sides, and that gives me x equals 9 plus 2 is 11. Okay, if I want to find y, I can take the 11 and plug it in for x in the other equation. So I have 2y equals 11 plus 9. That means 2y equals 20. Divide by 2, that means we get y equals. All right, we got two more for topic 6. We're going to find the lengths stated in the angle measures of rhombus FGHI. That's the big rhombus here. All right, we know diagonals bisect each other. So we know x plus 9 equals 3x plus 1, but that's not really relevant. Yeah, it is. We're looking for sides as well. So yeah, diagonals bisect each other. So 3x plus 1 equals x plus 9. Right, this one and this one. So I'm going to subtract x from both sides, and I get 2x plus 1 equals 9. I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides. I get 2x equals 8. Divide by 2. I get x equals 4. Plug that back in or substitute that back in. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 plus 1 is going to give us 13. And then this one across here is also 13. All right, so GJ is 13 plus 13, which is going to be 26. And then JK is just simply 13. All right, for the angles, we have y plus 4 here. Since the diagonals bisect the opposite angles, we can put y plus 4 in the next one. Okay, this big angle here is 4y minus 8. Since we can bisect those opposite angles, this one splits it in half. So 4y minus 8 is going to become 2y minus 4. And then if we look at this triangle here, we know we have a right angle in the middle because the diagonals are perpendicular. Now we have the three angles of the triangle can add up to 180. So we can do y plus 4 plus 2y minus 4 plus 90 equals 180. So we have 3y plus 4 and minus 4 cancel out. So you have plus 90 equals 180. We can subtract 90 from both sides. And we get 3y equals 90. Divide by 3 and we get y equals 30. Once we have 30, we can plug that back in and find all of our angles. So 30 plus 4 gives us 34, which means the one right next to it is also 34 because the diagonals bisect the opposite angles. And then opposite angles are congruent. So 34 and 34. Right. 4y, so 4 times 30 minus 8. That's 120 minus 8 is 112. So this whole angle is 112. So we need to split it in half. 112 divided by 2 is going to be 56. Right, 56. And the across from it is 56 and 56. And then all the angles in the middle are 90 because the diagonals are perpendicular. So HFJ would be this angle here, which is 56. And then HJF would be 34 plus 34, which is going to be 68. Right? It would be 34 plus 34, which is 68. All right, last one for topic 7 here is number 14. Find the stated lengths and values of rectangle LM and O to the nearest tenth. So let's see, we need MO, LP, and LM. So let's do the sides first. Okay, so a rectangle is a parallelogram, so we know diagonals bisect each other. So we can do 5a minus 7 equals 2a plus 8. Because that diagonal is getting bisected by ln, meaning split in half into 2 equal pieces. Okay, can minus or subtract 2a from both sides. We get 3a minus 7 equals 8. Add 7 to both sides, and we get 3a equals 15. Divide by 3 on both sides, and you get a equals 5. We can then substitute the 5 back in. 5 times 5 is 25, minus 7 is going to be 18. And then 2 times 5 is 10, 10 plus 8 is 18. All right, if we do 18 plus 18, that's going to be MO, which is going to be 36. LP is 18. Right, the diagonals of a rectangle are congruent. So ln is also 36, and then the two pieces are 18 and 18. Okay, and then to find LM, we need to use the Pythagorean theorem. So if we draw this triangle up here again, oops, let me do it this way. LM, right, so this is LM, we'll call it X. This up here is 26. And then right here is going to be 36, our hypotenuse. So we're doing a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So that's going to be x squared plus 26 squared equals 36 squared. So we got to put that in the calculator. So we got to do 36 squared minus 26 squared. So let's do that. 26 squared, 676 equals, and then 36 squared is 1,296. Subtract 676 from both sides. Gives me 620. And then I can take the square root of both sides. So x is going to equal the square root of 620. All right, we need to look for perfect squares that go into 620 if we want to reduce it. Oh, no, it says round to nearest tenth place. So we can just put that in our calculator and round it. So square root 620 is just going to be 24.9. So the length of LM here is 24.9. And that's the part 6 of the review.